Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, this winter's been pretty severe. We've had more snow, more cold weather than we've had in years, and it's certainly going to affect the fishing once the water starts to melt and we get our new spring fishing coming into play. There were a few things that I wanted to mention about this, but I think it's really important that we realize that we've also only got a couple weeks left of ice fishing for walleye and for northern pike. You know, it seems like the season just started, and it's the way life is today. But I think it's important that you also realize there are certain sections that you normally can begin fishing, or you can keep fishing for other type of species during the winter, but you can't. The Oswegatchie River in Ogdensburg and the Grass River, where it enters into the St. Lawrence River and back to the town of Messina. You can't fish there at all once ice fishing ends. It's important because these fish will move into their spawning areas, and they're extraordinarily vulnerable when they come up these two streams. I mean, these streams become filled with walleyes. You know, the certain detriment to the Oswegatchie River in Ogdensburg is that through the past, there's been times where fish have come from Lake Ontario, and I'm talking about trout now, that have come down, they found their way into the St. Lawrence, and they will run up the Oswegatchie River before spring. And there can be phenomenal fishing there, but the DEC doesn't allow it. You can't fish for anything in those two streams during this time of the year. Just be aware of this because it is for the sake of the fish. You know, a lot of times maybe we overcompensate for the spawning time because we know that if the spawn isn't successful, there won't be fish tomorrow. But I think in the case of walleyes, that's a real critical measure here in the North Country now, and we need to abide by the laws the DEC puts in place. The other thing to realize is that, you know, these fish now are not supplanted by the DEC. This new plan they have to no longer stock any walleyes in our area, this is met by a lot of resistance and a lot of questioning right now. So just be aware that our walleye fishery is special. It's one of the finest that I've ever experienced in my life, but it can be really short-lived if we don't take care of it. And being aware of these laws is important. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.